I just made my very first ever $1,000 in a single day, and in this video, I've got a really exciting interview to share with you. Just recently, I was interviewed by my friends Dirk and Muriel over from Costa Rica, and in that interview, I shared my full story in terms of how I went from a complete newbie, making very little to no money in this industry, constantly feeling frustrated and overwhelmed, not knowing what to do, to finally getting a bit of momentum, and then finally, I revealed the exact moments that led to my very first $1,000 day. So it's going to get really exciting. I just want to say right off the bat, if you are someone who is either completely brand new to the industry, or maybe you've been in this for a while and you just can't really seem to figure this whole online stuff out, please watch to the very end of this video because I promise this interview is going to be 100% worth your time. I'm going to go over pretty much everything that you need to know to really have long-term results in your business. And if you follow what I talk about in this interview, you're going to have phenomenal results in the long term. And I promise that if you take action, it's going to set you apart from a lot of struggling marketers in this industry. I know that's a big claim, but trust me when I say this, it is 100% worth it. And I do have some really cool bonuses to share with you if you decide to stay with me to the very end that I really don't want you to miss out on. So it's going to get really exciting. Really excited to share this interview with you. And that interview begins right now.
My
That's an
goodness.
awesome shirt, by the way. I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen that in a while, actually.
I think I watched it like a few weeks ago with my son for the first time in like 30 years.
Nice.
I don't know how old that be.
I actually watched that. I think last I seen that movie was with my uncle. Actually, like there was like this outdoor theater that was like playing like a bunch of like retro movies. This was like right before COVID, like this last summer before COVID. We went there and they played the Goonies on there, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I love it too. So,
Yeah.
Ari, thank you for being here. I know that, you are doing great. You are, you still have your day job, but you're on your way to quit that day job this year. I assure you, if you keep going like this, and you are such an inspirational example for so many people, because I am watching you, Dirk and I are watching you. You inspire us every day. First of all, because you have a YouTube channel. We have about more or less the same amount of subscribers, but you're actually just jumping high now. You're just like on that way to the top. So we're watching you, and your story about what happened with multiple income funnel is something valuable for others to see. I just highlighted before we were recording that traffic is everything in this business. And you are the best example of how you're gaining traffic and what you're doing just with yourself and online and multiple income funnels. So is it okay if I get started asking you, can you introduce yourself a little, tell a little bit more about yourself, what brought you in the industry, what you're doing right now, and what's your vision for where you want to be, right?
Right. So yeah, my name is Ari Ortiz. That's what most people know me on. On YouTube, I sometimes use this little funny nickname, Mr. Jumpstart. Is the name I like to...
And by the way, I just posted the direct link to his YouTube channel. Definitely worth to check it out.
Yeah.
And learn from as well. So I put the link to your channel in the comments, in the chat.
Thanks, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, so you want me to start from when I first got in the industry?
Yeah.
Just
share a bit of your story, where you're from, and did you started online, and tell just at the beginning. Cool.
Just like 2 minutes as an intro for people to see where you were, where you are now, and where you're heading towards.
Yeah. So I initially got online around mid 2017. That was when I first came across this whole online marketing, affiliate marketing stuff. And it was completely by accident. I had no intention of ever starting an online business or anything along those lines. Originally, I don't know if I told you this, Muriel, but I originally was going to school to do something with computers or some sort of video game design or something like that. That's what I was previously into. So yeah, I went to college for one semester. I took one class, and after I just dropped out because I was just hearing about all these risks that just came involved with it. And that was in end of 2016, I believe that was. And then about 6 months later, I remember coming home from work one day. I went on Netflix, and I mean, I'm not too much of a movie guy, but I found this one movie on there called Everything Must Go. And I haven't seen the movie since, but in the movie, like Will Ferrell, he's in the movie. He loses his job or something like that, and then he like tries to make a living by selling like his like items in his house and like this yard sale type of thing. So it's a really dumb movie, and I'm like watching it. Then at one point, I kind of started thinking to myself like, like what if like I end up in a position like this someday where it's like if I'm like living on my own, and then somehow I like lose my job or something along those lines, and I'm like, what would I want to be like doing for the long term? That thought just kind of came up in my mind. And then I happened to go on my phone, I search up like jobs in my local area. So yeah, so like at this time, the thought of starting a business didn't even like come across my mind. And long story short, I don't want to give like a too long of an answer, but I came across this ad that was like super clickbaity. I did some research. It turned out to be like a scam site. And one of the reviews that I read of that mentioned like, if you want to learn how to make money online, I recommend doing something known as affiliate marketing. And he recommended this program that I joined, which I mean, I later realized it wasn't the one for me. So but it did get me in the industry. So like that was kind of like how I came across it. And for the next 2 years straight, like from 2017 to 2019, I was trying out all these different things. I was trying, joining all these different, training programs and joining all these different business opportunities. And, I would get super pumped up in the beginning when I would join like a new program. But then like after like a week or two, the excitement would wear off and I would get kind of like stuck somewhere. And then I was like, okay, now what do I, focus on, that type of stuff. So, I'm like trying to, so like around like 2019, this is kind of like when I first like decided like, okay, so I'm really just going to focus on affiliate marketing from this point, like no more trying all these other, businesses, because affiliate marketing just seemed like the simplest one to me. And, for quite a while, like when I was focusing on that, I had a very hard time like getting any sort of traction. And what really frustrated me was I seen so many people that got started to like around the same time that I did, that were starting to have success within like 6 months or a year. And then here I was feeling frustrated, thinking like, well, here I'm trying all these things and nothing's really working for me. So then, and it would just kind of like, I just for a very long time felt kind of frustrated and confused. And there was one point where I was kind of like questioning, like, will I ever be able to have that lifestyle that, that I ultimately want, right? So that was kind of, what I was kind of questioning for a while. And then in 2019, like around mid 2019, that was kind of where I figured out the strategy that I wanted to focus on. And then that was kind of where I just decided to just focus on that for the long time. And that was kind of where I, began that growth process that I'm currently on right now.
What an amazing journey so far. If you're listening, can I just jump in? That's because your name is also Jumpstart. Can I jump in for a little bit? Sometimes I hear people who just got started since 2 months or something with us, like, I don't see any results yet. Like, what am I doing wrong? Or I'm like, do you hear Ari's story? Like, there will be always stuff to tweak. And multiple income funnel is a very easy platform to get started with as a starter. Ari, when you started online, we didn't have multiple income funnel, right?
Right.
We didn't have multiple income funnel, but just it's nice that you just share that your journey started a while ago, but you just never gave up. You were just jump shipping from this to that, and it started to bounce off the moment you start to focus on a specific strategy, right? So could we say that the okay, can I just jump in like with a very important happening, that you got this incredible $1,000 commissions, a couple of days ago. And if you had to reverse that back, how did that happen? If you compare it to what you were doing years ago, while it was not working. So how did you happen to have that $1,000 commission? How did that happen? To inspire the others here. They wanted to.
Yeah, so it was a few things actually. Well, for one, it's focusing on just one program. A lot of people, they try and they spread themselves too thin, I feel. And then they're trying out all these different programs at once. Like 1 minute they're trying to sell like a network marketing company. Then another minute they join this affiliate marketing training program. Then they're trying this other thing. this other crypto offer. And like I get it, like in the beginning, it can be enticing, you know, when you see all these different things and you're kind of like, you're like super excited. But it's best to just start with something that is, for one, working for other people. That's something I've been starting to really say a lot, you know, in my videos, like start with what works. And then later on, you know, build from there. You know, don't try and reinvent the wheel or anything along those lines. So yeah, the main thing that I would say, the first thing really is focusing on just one program that you want to, you know, fully align with. In my case, I decided shortly before Multiple Income Funnel that I want to do Easy One Up and Profits Passport. And then a week after joining that was when that whole thing, when David Deco closed the program. So I was just initially like, damn, you know what I mean? So, but then, you know, when I see Multiple Income Funnel, it just looked really awesome. I jumped right on board, you know, I think like a day or two after it started. And yeah, I just decided that was going to be where what I would focus on in terms of promoting. The other thing that you would need to have in place is you need to pick a strategy and you want to fully commit to it. So like in the Multiple Income Funnel program, they, you know, obviously Mac recommends that, you know, you could buy traffic from Traffic Authority. And if you're doing that, even just that consistently, and as long as you can get consistent traffic and leads from, you know, just that one source, you know, eventually, you know, results will start to come because, you know, in this case, the leads are being followed up with. And I know a lot of people that, you know, got their first sales just from that alone. But then, you know, other people, they get super impatient. But, you know, the main thing is if you're consistently getting traffic and leads in the door and those leads are being followed up with, whether it's through Max follow-ups or if you're doing your own follow-ups, eventually the sales are going to come in. So it's also a matter of just having patience and just realizing that, you know, it's not just some sort of get rich quick thing. It is a real business. And, you know, that's the other thing there. And then one other thing that I would recommend, and this is really the thing that I would say hands down allowed me to get my very first breakthrough online. I recommend, you know, you could have like a paid traffic strategy that, you know, that's good as well. But I always recommend having one source of free traffic. So like recently I picked up, and Muriel, you already know this, but I picked up the books from Russell Brunson. I just started reading this one for the first time like 2 nights ago. And a while back, I also read the thing like fell off my nostril. But I read Traffic Secrets a few months ago when it first came out. And one of the things that Russell Brunson talks about is picking one platform as like your distribution channel where you are creating content, you're building up an audience organically. And by having this, it's going to allow you to have a massive edge over, you know, majority of people that are just, you know, promoting it. It's like, in my case, huge focus was YouTube. Like I decided like mid 2019 that, you know, this is working for other people. So why don't I just jump on board with this and just focus consistently on just making videos? And, you know, as long as you're continuously doing that, you know, you are, you know, continuously looking to improve with each video that you do, then eventually, you know, you'll start to find your voice, you'll start to grow an audience. And it just has like this, almost like this snowball effect. It starts kind of slow in the beginning, but as you keep going, you know, it starts to go, you know, quicker, you know. So that's really the main thing that you want to aim for is just momentum. And that was, if there's anything that I can credit that first, you know, big hit commission from, it's having that consistent momentum.
Amazing. Can I highlight a couple of things because this is so valuable? So I love what you're highlighting, to focus on one program, right? Like I tell that people all the time, if you see us marketing different things, don't forget that we are online for 8 years. We not just market Multiple Income Funnel because it has like 5 active amazing income streams, but also we have our income. We have different funnels set up. I always say, if you're successful with one income funnel, with one income stream, and you make $10,000 with it, you are ready to add another income stream. And that's just in general, right? So focus, focus, focus. And at the other hand, you just highlighted that it's important to focus on one traffic strategy, which is, I think, really, really important. So if you don't want to rely on paid traffic only, you know, it is a way, Ari, you just highlighted it. It is a way, if you don't want to learn any marketing whatsoever, you don't want to do videos, you don't want to do Facebook traffic whatsoever, you can just buy traffic. But most people don't have the budget for it or just stop the consistent. Could you ask Sam to?
Yeah.
You know, so what I like about your strategy is that you're consistent with YouTube, right? You're consistently growing your YouTube channel. By the way, Ari is not the only one. Wanda is one of us as well. We're doing YouTube. I know George has been diving into YouTube. I think a lot of people took our advice, but there's a difference between doing YouTube and just working your butt off on YouTube and make YouTube work for you. But because we say it for a reason, YouTube rules. Video is the way, besides paid traffic, to create a legacy online, to help people to know you, like you, trust you. And Ari, congratulations with your channel. I learned from your videos just the way you are. You're authentic. You know, if you haven't seen Ari's YouTube channel, watch his videos just as an example of what he's doing. And I happen to know, Ari, that you're sitting in the basement of the house of your mom, right? And you have the, you know, the hardcore stuff you need. You don't need to have a fancy studio whatsoever to make videos the way that Ari does it. And Ari started from scratch. And also, just an example, what I liked, Ari, is that you're highlighting our bonuses, right? Because as a team, the Vertex, the people who are here, you have access to our bonus box. But also, if you tell your prospects, hey, you're seeing me promoting this, if you do this and this and this, go to Vertex Live, then you get access to this bonus box offered by my mentors. And they're highlighted. Whoa, Ari is just walking them through our bonuses. This is being creative, right? So I want you to take Ari as example to see what you can do. And Ari, it didn't drop from the sky that you're having massive success. So I think that this is the moment that the right opportunity, the right strategy for traffic, and just the right time, you know, because you already helped yourself over that. I'm gonna quit. No, you know what? I'm not gonna quit. I'm just keep on going. That finally everything is falling together. Can we just say it that way? Because how many commissions did you make so far with this offer?
With multiple income funnel?
Yeah.
So with the monthly, like with the $49 like plan, I had like, I want to say like 5, 6, I want to say maybe like 7. I believe like out of those, like 2 of them like did like do cancellations. So like, but I think aside from that, there's like 6, I think, active members that I currently have.
Oh, that's
and then
$20 every month.
Yeah, that's residual $120. Residual.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then I got one Vertex Elite sale. That was the $500 sale.
Congrats.
And then just a few days ago, there was the $1,000 sale.
That's amazing. So what type?
I love the video, by the way, about your mom.
Yeah.
So you asked your mom to film it, and he brought the news to his mom, and that was the best video ever. You should.
You know what's funny about that? You know what's funny about that? So like that very same night, like, so the sale that sale that you see in the video, that was like made like the night prior, right? And it was about, I want to say like 1 or 2 in the morning when that sale came in. I was like in the bathroom, like shaving, right? All of a sudden I get like a notification on my phone, like saying like you received money, and I check my PayPal. I'm like what the you know, I like almost screamed, but it was like 1 in the morning, and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like sitting in bed. I start reading, I continue reading .com Secrets. I'm like listening to the audiobook, and as I'm reading this, I keep thinking about that sale, and I just had like this huge smile on my face, and I'm thinking like, I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I want to do a video right now, even though it's like 4 in the morning and other people are asleep.
Yeah.
So I grab out my webcam, and I did this really cool video that I had all the other lights off, and I just had this ring light webcam just pointing at my face. So I had like this really cool look, and I start the video off like, I'm like, hey guys, before we get into this video, check this out. It's currently 4 in the morning, but I am currently up like, oh, and I just want to show you this. So it's like, it had like a really like kind of like funny intro, and I decided to use that as like kind of like my new sales video, like in my new funnel that I'm creating. So it was pretty cool, and it was one of those where it's like, because I was like in that right mood, and I like you know, the energy is good. You guys probably experienced this yourself, you know, like sometimes when you're in that certain mood, like that upbeat mood, that's when like you make a video and it just turns out the best.
Yes, it's that energy, people feel that, and that's why it's so important to just don't allow yourself being in that desperate energy, like, when is something happening with my business? Like, if you know,
Yeah.
that's not you have to work on that energy and just pump yourself up, and no matter how tiny the result is, that should be the moment. But having momentum like this is I love it that you are shooting videos on that point of celebration, because
the thing is, like, if you wait, like, for example, like in a day or so, like after, you know, your ideas like leave your head, then the video isn't going to be as good, you know? So I'm like, I don't care if it's 4 a.m. I'm going to get this video done.
Yeah.
And when I recorded it, like, it just turned out like exactly the way I wanted it to. Like right after I filmed it, like, dude, like this is like perfect. And it was only like 15 minutes. I'm like this is perfect. I'll use this. So, and then the next night, after my mom had picked me up from work, I asked her, you know, while she was bringing me home, I'm like, hey, do you think you could help me with something? I'm like, I was wondering if maybe you could like try helping me like film a video. I have like this cool video idea, and what I'll just have you do is I'll just have you like record on your phone or something like that. Like, you know, I'll just say like something funny on the video, right? I tried to say it with like a straight face, just like not try to give any sort of hints as to what it was. She's like I don't know what this is, right? So, like then she's like, oh yeah, well my phone camera is like broken or something, and I'm like, okay, well I'll just hand you my phone. I'll stand like right behind the steps. I'll tell you when to hit record. Then I'll just walk up and I'll just say something funny. So that was when I walked up. I'm like, hey, you'll never believe what happened. Then I showed the $1,000 sale, and then yeah, it was pretty funny.
That is, you should do something with that video too. But this is just the real stuff, guys. Like, I saw that video that he showed his mom that he made $1,000 sale, just to like, oh my god, that moment, that's just you will never forget that. It's nice to have your first sale, $20 sale or $5 or $1, but $1,000 sale, like, yeah. And what I wanted to ask you, Ari, oh, by the way, Ari gave some amazing book tips a little bit before, and we shared them in the chat. The expert secrets, copyright secrets, and .com secrets, especially when you want to build your own funnels with Kartra, with the tools that we recommend, that we use too. That's an option.
I recently switched to Kartra, actually.
Sorry?
I recently switched over to Kartra. I canceled ClickFunnels and Aweber, and I like
it too, because it's all in one. You can build the pages, you can do the autoresponder, and even when you want to host your own training in the near future or never or whatever, it is an option. You have everything in one place. So.
Yeah, but the content is applicable.
Yes.
It's about fun.
Yeah, any other, like anything works as long as you apply the same thing, you know.
Oh, super
so
fun.
Ari, to all the people are here who didn't I know Wanda had a big commission coming in already, and she's doing great. She's building funnels, but what would be your best advice for people here to follow up with when it comes down to creating results and finding the momentum that you are celebrating right now? What best advice do you have for them?
Like in terms of like getting
mindset, in terms of traffic, in terms of things that you think, oh, I should mention that.
Yeah, one of the best, another great concept that I learned, and this is something that I've like heard this over the previous years, but like I didn't really like think about it too much. You know how sometimes they say like common sense isn't so common or something. So like, yeah, I would hear this thing like where it's like, don't just listen to what people say, but watch what they do and try and model them, right? And that's one of the things that I recently started doing more. So it's like, in my case, like I seen that YouTube was working for a lot of other people. And I decided that I wanted to jump on board and kind of model like what are the successful YouTubers doing that are allowing them to like people to not just like grow a following on there, but also like get people to, of course, take action. Like, okay, like if you want to check out this program, visit the link down below, check it out, and get started, right? So like, how are they doing their call to actions? How are they starting their videos? How are they scripting it all out? And like, how are they presenting the information? So that's also really good. Are they editing their videos, or are they just doing like, raw videos? I guess like with YouTube, everyone kind of has their own style, but ideally what you want to do is you want to kind of find who you resonate with and then try and, model them. And then in terms of like, getting people to actually, like converting leads into into sales, this is actually something I'm working on a bit more as well. Like one really bad habit that I had in 2020 was I've always had this habit, not just with business, but with other things in general. Like when I get into something, I have this habit of getting so deep into it that I lose sight of other things that are important. Like, you know, for example, in 2020, like I focused really deeply into YouTube. That did get me my first breakthrough online, but I wasn't really doing so well in terms of like following up with leads. Wasn't really emailing too consistently, and often I was kind of like overwhelmed. Like, what do I even like say to my lists? Like, how do I do all this segmenting stuff and all that? And now I'm like just starting to, you know, use Kartra more, and I'm getting a bit better at that. You know, writing out my own emails.
Great.
Yeah, the best thing is just find what other people are doing. You know, in your with the same program that you're in, and then see exactly how they're promoting it. And of course, you know, don't copy them, but try and model what they're doing and add your own spin to it. It's really the best thing.
So that's great to hear. Ari, would you recommend people to use because the YouTube strategy you use, I made a version of it, not because of you, we use the same strategy basically to get exposure, to work with keywords, to basically rank and build a channel the way that you do. Do you recommend people to start working with YouTube over other traffic strategies that are in the bonus box? Would you definitely recommend YouTube, yes or no?
I believe YouTube is one of the best strategies, and if anyone who's willing to do video, I highly recommend just jumping on board. You know, one other thing about, you know, videos, I know a lot of people that they initially don't want to do them. Just recently, that one guy that joined at the $1,000 level, I actually did get a private like video call with him. And when I presented the idea of like doing videos, like, well, is there any other alternative? Like, I don't feel like doing videos. And I'm like, you know, you could definitely use Facebook to build up an audience, and Facebook's also really powerful as well. But YouTube, I feel, hands down, is one of the easiest methods to get started. Basically, what you know, it's like every video that you create can be like a salesperson that just works for you 24/7. You know, once you have that built up, you can go into any other program that you want. You know, for example, if Mac does something to multiple income funnel where it's like people are like, you know, screw this new update that he did or whatever. Like, I'm gonna do something else. You know, you could easily just jump onto something else, right? So it's like, and you know, you don't necessarily have to show your face on camera if you don't want to. Like, most of my videos are just me on my computer screen. I do have my webcam in the corner, but you know, you could just record your computer screen, and that's still another way to, you know, to build up a following. And I have heard, like, in some cases, like sometimes not showing your face, from what I've heard, actually increases watch time. That is what I've heard, and I didn't even really know about that. But one of the YouTube experts that I was learning from, known as Andy FL, actually told me this. In like he actually said that, like, because I just recently got like this new webcam, but he was saying that like he actually like messaged me saying like, I think you're shooting yourself in the foot by showing your face on the video. I'm like, like I don't get it. But apparently sometimes like having no face in the video actually converts better somehow.
Interesting. Well, I learned something here.
I hope that's not personal.
No,
but
it is not.
I'm definitely gonna test that out as well.
So I think that we can conclude that no matter what you prefer, focus on one traffic strategies at the side of paid traffic that you feel good at would rule, right? Because that is what you did. You happen to do YouTube videos, and I think that's the hottest thing to do. But like, some people just don't really align with video. There is other options, and it's in the bonus box shared as well. So what I like is what you could say to your prospect that time, that $1,000 customer, hey, you don't have to do YouTube. You can also pick another strategy from the bonus box. You can dive into Facebook ads or the chat strategy. There are so many strategies there. So I love that. But focus on one strategy and get deep in it, but don't lose sight of all the other important things. That's also a good heads up, because I think, yeah, you said it before, you were focusing on creating your audience and being the authority on YouTube, but then you forgot to follow up with them. And that is like the conversation with the people. It's what it's all about, right? So I love you sharing that, because people, you have to know, Mac is doing the follow-up, but there's nothing more stronger than when they start to get to know you, that they're gonna be followed up by you and start build a relationship with you, right? And congrats on your success with Kartra. and just figuring that stuff out. I know
By
Wanda.
the way,
What?
yeah, and then we go to Q&A. By
Yeah.
the way, I was just looking up because I remembered, and it was August 2020. You sent me a message and you said, "Hey, I watched some videos of you on YouTube," and then you came with a question. That's how we met. That's how
Yeah.
we were connected.
We
Yep.
actually
Yeah,
met
I do
on
remember that.
YouTube. Yeah,
'Cause,
that's great.
Initially, like I was, I was having, some commissions here and there, like a couple $200 sales, like here and there with one other program that I was in, and I was kind of like, well, I want something that'll pay me, like bigger commissions, right? So that was when I started doing some, research, and I'm like, well, okay, Super Affiliate Network sounds cool. The HTA program that you guys were in, that that I thought that sounded cool as well. Initially, it was kind of between those two, and then that was kind of when I reached out to you, and then
Yeah.
shortly after I kind of decided, like easy one up in Profits Pass, and it's like the kind of the better starting point for me, I think.
I think you see you're thriving. This is sharing one link and you have multiple incomes at the back end. I think for everyone, this is especially when you get started right now online, or when you're already online and you didn't really take off yet so strong. This is really good to focus on. So thank you, Ari. Any last words? Because
I think
you shared it all.
I think one more thing I will say, and I'll just kind of say this, like the main thing that you want to aim for, like when you are trying to get like consistent results, is you want to build rapport with people. Like sending traffic to the funnel and like letting it go to work for you is always good. But the only downside with that is like, as the program grows and more people join, everyone starts to look the same. And when new people are looking into it, people who have had no experience, they want to know, well, like, okay, well, who should I join under? Like if I join under this person, will they actually help me get results? So like, if you are willing to become great at either, and this is like something I've noticed with a lot of people who are getting great results, if you're willing to become good with either doing videos or connecting with people one-on-one, either of those two things, you're going to have a massive advantage over like 99% of people online, because most people don't want to do either of the two. And if you're willing to do just one of them consistently, you're going to have that almost like that unfair edge over a lot of other people.
I love that. And also because I can refer to the bonus box, the YouTube traffic strategy that Ari is using, we are using, Wanda is using, is there, but also how to become a mass influencer just on your Facebook wall in a very easy, cool way, posting stuff, inviting people to chat with you. There's a chat script. I closed 10,000s of dollars. Well, I lost count. I closed so many people by using that chat script. I had it as a notepad in my phone and by chatting. So if you really like having funds to buy traffic, there's no reason not to close people on a beautiful done for you system as multiple income funnel. So it's all there. It is there. So thank you for that heads up. This has helped you to stand out of the crowd. And that's what it's all about. Be colorful in the black mass of all the other marketers. Help people to remind you.
Hey, it's Ari here again, and I just want to say, if you made it to this point in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching that interview. I was super excited to, of course, get this out there. Very excited to, of course, share this with you. Real quick before I end this video off, I just want to go ahead and go over some of the bonuses that you're going to get access to when you decide to join the program through the link in the button down below, right? So down below this video, there should be a link or a button down below, or if this was sent to you by a friend, be sure to get back with them after watching this video so that when you join through them, you're going to be able to get access to some of the bonuses that I'll show you in this video. But I want to go ahead and go over just briefly what the program is all about. It's going to be what you're going to get access to, right? So if you want to, of course, check out this program, you want to learn more, there is going to be a link or a button down below, or, just get back to your friend and just check out the sales video and check it out for yourself. That's going to go more in detail about it. But to give the brief, short summary of what this is all about, this is a system that allows you to plug into up to 4 income streams. So if we go in here, there are 4 different income streams that you could of course earn from just by promoting one link alone, right? So if we come up here to the links tab right here, what's really great about this exact program is that 90% of the work is done for you, right? So you don't have to go out there and build out your own sales funnels. You don't have to create your own videos. You don't have to do email marketing. You don't have to be following up with people or anything along those lines. You can simply plug into any of these capture pages right here, drive traffic, and as long as you could do that consistently, you could have great results with this program, right? So I just want to say, that right off the bat. But if you're on this video right now, when I go over the bonuses that you're going to get access to, when you decide to click on the link or the button down below and you decide to join this program, today, right? So the very first bonus that you're going to get access to is you're going to be able to leverage the exact sales funnels and email follow-ups that I'm currently leveraging myself, right? So what I decided to do for my members is to allow them to replicate the exact funnels that I'm using, because for one, it's going to allow you to really stand out from, a lot of other people that are promoting, this exact program. And also it's going to allow you to have much more control in terms of what you want to do with your leads and, following up and that type of stuff. So I'll kind of dive into it right here, but this is one of the funnels that I have right now. So free video reveals, how you can bank huge commissions for 4 income streams with one autopilot system. This is the very first funnel that I have that is primarily for selling multiple income funnel, right? So someone comes here, they enter their first name and email. They're like, yes, I want to learn more. And then right here, they get to lead to this video that I made at 4 a.m. one night, where I show how I made my first $1,000 online. It's a really cool video that I made at 4 in the morning. And I was super just pumped up while I was making that video. And I do a really great job at, of course, getting people to watch this video and simply click on the button to, of course, get started today, right? So it's a really cool video right there. And what's really great about this is when you replicate this funnel, you're going to be able to change the destination link on this button right here to where instead of it going directly to my affiliate link, it'll go to your link, right? So you'll be able to change this up. You'll be able to update the link, which takes less than a minute to do, very quick to do. I'll show you how to do that once you get inside. And then whenever someone comes through here, they decide to check out the program and they click on the button to join, you will still get credited for that sale as well as the sales from all the other income streams inside of here. Now, another funnel that I have right here is a free 4-day training that I put together, right? So this was something that I originally built myself for my YouTube channel to sell another program that I was in. And just like before, you could replicate this entire funnel. Someone will come to this page. They're like, yes, I want access to this free training. So they enter their email here. And from here, they will get 4 videos that I made that will be sent to them throughout the next 4 days, right? So when they opt in here, they're going to be put onto the email list. And throughout the next 4 days, they're going to be sent one new email from this exact series, right? And inside of each of these videos, I give a call to action to, if they want to check out my #1 recommended program, they could simply do so, or they could wait for the next video if they want to do that, right? So completely up to them. But when they click on this button right here, and what's really cool about this is I recently modified this to where this can be replicated and you could use this to sell multiple income funnel, right? So when they click on this button, they'll get taken to this page where I go over exactly what the program is all about. I go over all the benefits and all the details they need to know. And when they click on this button, just like before with the other one, you can modify this to where it goes directly to your affiliate link, right? So that's really cool about this exact funnel right here. Now, what's really great about leveraging these exact funnels that I built is that, for one, it's going to allow you to really stand out from a lot of other people promoting MIF. And also, it's going to allow you to have a bit more control, right? So these funnels are built inside of a software called Kartra. And with this, you're going to be able to build out your own funnels if you want to. It's going to also allow you to leverage the email follow-ups that I currently have going out. So you could simply, keep these emails the same. I'm probably going to be adding more as this grows over the course of time. And if you want, you could add your own emails in here. You could rearrange these around if you want to. If you want to edit some of the emails, you're more than welcome to do that. Again, if you want to do your own broadcast, that's all up to you, right? So all you want to do, to get access to this is once you join the program, all you're going to want to do is simply reach out to me on Messenger. So reach out to me on Facebook, send me a message, and send a screenshot showing proof that you actually joined the program and you actually paid the $49 to get in. And then I will help you get set up with with either one of these funnels right here if you want that, right? So that's the first bonus that you're going to get access to when you decide to join through the link or the button down below, and you get started with multiple income funnel today. But the next bonuses are going to be specifically for those who come in at the Vertex Live level inside the second income stream. So the second income stream inside of here is called Easy One Up. When you come in to income stream number 2 at the $2,000 level, the Vertex Live level, I've got some additional bonuses to really help ensure that you get the maximum results possible and also shorten the learning curve. And the first bonus you get access to here is the personal bi-weekly coaching. And you'll also be able to ask questions here. If you need that additional support, if you want that additional help, you'll be able to tune into these weekly trainings right here, or bi-weekly rather, and you'll be able to get that additional support that will help you out more, right? The next bonus you get access to is the YouTube selling system. This right here is the exact traffic source that got me my very first breakthrough online, right? So if you want to be able to plug into the exact traffic source that allowed me to go from struggling for 2 years to finally having that first major win online, then I recommend plugging into this training right here, and it'll show you exactly how to leverage YouTube to get free traffic online, and also it's very high quality as well, right? So YouTube is a very powerful source, and if you've been online for any amount of time, then you know exactly what I'm talking about with YouTube. Third bonus you'll get is the Facebook ads training. If you want to learn how to use Facebook ads in your business and you want to learn how to get very high quality traffic with Facebook ads, then you can simply plug into this training right here. You'll also learn how to use the massive traffic formula. This is a very powerful traffic source by a 7-figure earner known as Paul Labroso. And this is his exact formula that he uses to get very high quality traffic using solo ads, right? So if you want to plug into this, I recommend checking that out as well. You'll also get access to the massive ManyChat Profits, which will show you how to follow up with your leads using Facebook Messenger. So imagine having an email list, but instead it's inside of Messenger, and it's a really great method right there. Next bonus you get is the Ultimate Facebook Chat Mastery. If you want to learn organic Facebook marketing, if you want to learn how to get very high quality traffic for free and very and very fast, then this is the exact traffic source that you want to plug in right here. This will show you how to connect with people one-on-one. This will show you how to build up a following on Facebook. This will show you how to create content on Facebook that gets people to reach out to you in Messenger to say, hey, I want to learn more about what you're all about and what you're, of course, promoting. And it's a great way to, of course, get very high quality traffic online. And it's also very quick as well, right? So Facebook, I recommend checking out. It can be very powerful. But you also get access to some email swipes you can plug into. You'll learn hypnotic storytelling. You'll learn the most important ingredient for success. And then also, one of my friends here has a really cool ebook called Vision Manifesto that shows you how to create a crystal clear vision for your future, right? So this right here is everything that you're going to get access to when you decide to join through the link or button down below and you come in at the Vertex Live level inside of VZ1Up, right? Again, that is the second income stream inside of multiple income funnel. And when you come in at the very highest level, the $2,000 level, you will get access to all these bonuses. But even if you don't come in at that level right away, that's no big deal. You can still get access to my exclusive funnels right here. And this will, of course, help give you that edge, right? So if you're on this video right now and you see an opportunity for yourself, you want to get involved with this program, and you're like, I'm ready to go, then go ahead, click on the link or the button down below, get started today, and I promise you, you will not regret it. Anyways, look forward to seeing you on the inside. Anyways, take care. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for tuning in.